Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class, I discussed what is transversal line, what are parallel lines, what happens when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a plane, okay, and what are the different angles, etc. Co-interior, your alternate interior, alternate exterior, then corresponding angle, then about interior angles and exterior, everything I had discussed in detail, and I am sure you must have understood as well as remembered those things, okay. So today let us find out what is the relation between the different pairs of angles which are formed when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane. Okay, now see children, here is the diagram once again. N is a transversal, suppose L and M are parallel. Okay, suppose L and M are two parallel lines and N intersects them into distinct points such that 8 angles are formed, namely angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 up to angle 8. Okay, now let us find out what is the relation between them. As I told you in the previous class, there are how many pairs of corresponding angles formed? 4 pairs of corresponding angles formed. Angle 1 and 5 corresponding, angle 4 and 8 corresponding. Okay. Now if angle 1 and 5 are corresponding angle, or they form a pair of corresponding angle, what is the relation between angle 1 and angle 5? Okay. Actually children, it is the relation between a pair of corresponding angle is taken as an axiom. So you can ask me, sir, what is axiom? Actually the concept of axiom and postulates, it will be taught in a separate chapter known as Euclid Geometry in class 9. But still I should say what is an axiom. See children, by an axiom means what? It is an assumption or statement which needs no proof. It is universally true. Its truth we cannot establish. It is taken as a truth. It is taken as a truth. Okay, so anything that is taken as a truth, any assumption, any statement which is taken as a truth is known as a what? Known as an axiom. Okay, so the relation between a pair of corresponding angle is taken as an axiom, means it is universally true, we cannot prove it. Okay, we have to remember. But the relation between other angles like alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, your co-interior angles, a pair of what is the relation between them? Those things can be proved geometrically. Of course, the proof of all these is not there in your course. It is beyond the course of class 8 level. The proof will be discussed geometrically in class 9. Okay. At present, we have to remember only. We have to simply remember what is the relation between a pair of corresponding angle. What is the relation between a pair of alternate interior angles? What is the relation between a pair of alternate exterior angles or co-interior angles, etc. And we have to apply those things in solving problems. Okay, the proof of all these things is beyond the course, hence I will also not discuss, it will be discussed in class 9. Just we have to remember the relation between different pair of angles when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane. Okay, now let me tell you first what is the relation. First you see, as I told you, angle 1 and 5, it is a pair of corresponding angle. So angle 1 and 5 will always be equal, and it is taken as an axiom, means it is granted, it is beyond proof. Okay, it is an axiom, means it is true in all respect. Okay, always when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, whatever corresponding angles will be formed pair, each pair will be equal. That means if angle 1 is suppose 60 degree, angle 5 will automatically be 60 degree because they form a pair of corresponding angles. So angle 1 equal to angle 5, angle 4 equal to angle 8, angle 2 equal to angle 6, and angle 3 equal to angle 7. That means each pair of corresponding angles is equal when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane. And you please remember one thing, this will be true only if L and M are parallel. What I mean to say, a pair of corresponding angle will be equal provided the two lines are parallel. But if L and M are not parallel, suppose these two lines are not parallel but this is a transversal, you see, then 1 and 5 will not be equal. If L and M are not parallel, then angle 1 and 5, even though they are corresponding angle or even though they form a pair of corresponding angle, they will not be of same measure or same value or same degree, whatever you say. Okay, so a pair of corresponding angle will only be equal if the two lines are parallel and it is intersected by a transversal. Okay, so what is the relation between a pair of corresponding angle? The answer is it is equal or same. A pair of corresponding angle is equal or same always when a transversal intersects only two parallel lines. The two lines must be parallel. Please keep it in mind. Okay. Second, let us see. Its proof is not there. It is because it is an axiom, as I just told you. It is called corresponding angle axiom, which will be taught in class 9. Okay, axiom means a statement or assumption which is true in all respect, which needs no proof. Okay, it has no proof. Now, what is the relation between a pair of alternate interior angle? Let us see. Suppose angle 3 and 5. As I told you in the previous class, angle 3 and 5 are alternate interior angle. Now, if I ask you what is the relation between them, the answer will be they will also be equal. That means, suppose this is angle 3 is suppose 110 degree, angle 5 will automatically be 110 degree because they form a pair of what angles? Alternate interior angles. And it is also true if L and M are parallel. If L and M are not parallel, then each pair of alternate interior angles will not be equal. Then similarly, angle 4 will be equal to 6, angle 6. What does it mean? From this, what will be, we come to conclude, we will come to conclude that each pair of alternate interior angles is same when a transversal intersects two what lines? Parallel lines. Okay. Or when a pair of parallel lines is intersected by a transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles formed. Two pairs are formed, both the pairs, they will be of same measure or same value or same degree, whatever you say. Okay. So this is the second relation. This is the relation between a pair of alternate interior angles. Now, what about alternate exterior? Angle 1 and 7. You see, angle 1 and angle 7. Do you think they will be equal or not? Yes, they will also be equal. Angle 1 and angle 7 will be equal. Angle 2 and angle 8 will also be equal. Why will they be equal? The reason is because they form a pair of alternate exterior angles. Okay. So that means each pair of alternate exterior angles is also same or equal when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane. Okay. So we discussed C. You see children, the proof of relation 2 and 3 can easily be proved, geometrically, which will be discussed in class 9. Okay, but the proof of 1 is not there because it is taken as an axiom, corresponding angle axiom. Okay, next. So, I discussed the relation between a pair of corresponding angle, a pair of alternate interior angle, also a pair of alternate exterior angle. Now, what is the relation between a pair of co-interior or consecutive interior or allied angles or a pair of angles lying on a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal? What will be the relation? Whether 3 will be equal to 6 or 3 will be greater than 6 or 3 will be less than 6. What is the relation between angle 3 and angle 6 which form a pair of co-interior angles or allied angles or consecutive interior angles, whatever you say. Okay? What is the relation? Will they be equal? The answer is clearly no. No, angle 3 and 6 will not be equal. So if they will not be equal, what may be the relation? Actually the proof is not there in the syllabus, that is why I am not discussing. So we have to remember these things. Okay? Now the relation between 3 and 6, you see, angle 3 and 6 is what? What is the relation between angle 3 and 6? Angle 3 plus angle 6 will be always equal to 180 degree. That means the sum of angle 3 and 6 is equal to 180 degree. What does it mean? That means their angle 3 and 6 are what angles? Supplementary angles. They are supplementary. So what does it mean? It means a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Okay? This pair will be supplementary because their sum will always be 180 degree. That means you see, suppose angle 3 is 60 degree. So what will be the measure of angle 6? 180 minus 60, 120. Angle 6 will be automatically 120 degree if angle 3 is 60 degree. Why? Because 3 plus 6, angle 3 plus 6 is 180. As what is the reason? Because they form a pair of what angles? Co-interior or consecutive interior angles. Okay. So angle 3 plus 6 is 180 degree. This is the relation between a pair of co-interior angles. Similarly, angle 4 and 5, their sum will also be 180 degree. Okay, because they also form another pair of co-interior angles which I just discussed few minutes ago. Okay, so 4 plus 5 will be 180 degree, 3 plus 6 will be 180 degree. That means each pair of co-interior angles is what? Supplementary. The relation between a pair of co-interior or consecutive interior angles is that they are always supplementary. Children, these are some of the relations. These are all the relations I discussed in detail. The proof is not there in our syllabus and it will also not come in the exam. Just we have to remember these things and we have to apply these things in problem. Okay. So, and all these are truths. It is very, very important. Please remember one thing. Whatever relations I discussed between the different pairs of angles when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane, these relations are true, or these relations hold good only if these two lines are parallel. If these two lines are not parallel, then neither a pair of corresponding angle will be equal, nor a pair of alternate interior angles will be equal, nor a pair of alternate exterior angles will be equal, nor the sum of a pair of consecutive interior angle will be supplementary. In no properties will be satisfied if these two lines are not parallel. Okay. Now let us discuss the converse of all these properties. See, children, what I want to say, as I said, when L and M are parallel and N is a transversal, then these relations hold good or true. Then what will be the converse? Converse means, suppose, you see, converse, what is the meaning of converse? See, suppose you are given, suppose you are given L and M are two lines. See, if L and M are lines and N is transversal, see, N is transversal, such that, suppose you are given, such that angle 1 and angle 5, look at, both are say 60 degree, look at. Here we are not given L and M as parallel lines. Children, please mark what is the meaning of converse that I am trying to explain you. Suppose you are given L and M any two lines, not necessarily parallel. You are given any two lines L and M, and N is a transversal that I have written here. Such that angle 1 and 5 it is given. Suppose the value of angle 1 and angle 5, they are of same measure, that is 60 degree. So what will be the relation between L and M? Then what will happen? Then automatically you see, then L will be parallel to M. You see, then L will become parallel to M. Why? The reason is because 1 and 5 are what? Equal, and they are of 60 degree, measure 60 degree. That means each pair of corresponding angles 60 degree, or one pair of corresponding angle 60 degree equal 60 degree. So what I meant to say, children, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then each pair of corresponding angle equal. And the converse, what will be the converse? The converse will be, if a pair of corresponding angles equal, then automatically the two lines will be what? Parallel. Similarly, we know that when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, each pair of alternate interior angles equal. Now what will be the converse? Suppose each pair of alternate interior angle equal. Suppose this is angle 3 70, angle 5 70 degree. If angle 3 and 5 are 70 degree each, then automatically L and M will be parallel. Because if a pair of alternate interior angle is same, then the two lines must be parallel. That is known as converse. Okay. So I hope you understood what is the meaning of converse. So similarly, suppose angle 3 is, you see, suppose angle 3 is 100 degree, angle 3 is 80 degree, angle 6 is 100 degree. Suppose angle 3 is 80 degree, angle 6 is 100 degree. Then angle 3 plus 6 will be how much? 80 plus 100, it is 180 degree. Now if angle 3 plus 6 becomes 180 degree, then automatically L and M will be what? Become parallel. Why? Because this pair, angle 3 and 6, they form a pair of what angles? Co-interior angles. So as I told you, a pair of co-interior angles, or angles lying on the interior angles, a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of transversal is always 180 degree or supplementary. Their sum is 180 degree or they are supplementary. Now the converse is, if the sum of a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of transversal is 180 degree, then automatically the two lines will be parallel. That means if 3 plus 6, angle 3 plus 6 is 180, then automatically L and M will be parallel. Okay, so this is what mean by converse. So whatever we discussed, whatever relations we discussed among each pair of corresponding, each pair of angles formed when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane, the converse is also true. Okay, so children, I hope whatever I discussed you understood. Now you can easily do problems. You can find, you can solve any problem on your parallel lines and transversal, provided you understood all these relations. And the proof of all these relations will be discussed in class 9, don't worry. Okay, so with this I completed the first part of your parallel lines. We will discuss more about parallel lines. There are so many things in this chapter. We will discuss other things. These are the basic things related to different angles formed when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in a given plane. We will discuss more about parallel lines in another class, and I am sure you must have understood what I discussed. Okay, thank you.